Good morning, everybody. It's 11:01, so I'm going to call our meeting to order. I'm really glad you're here this morning. We're going to have a great day. And today, before I forget, I'm going to have Larry come up and give us an opening devotion.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to June. Last month, I gave a little talk about the beginning of Mother's Day in Grafton, West Virginia. It's a month later, and it's time for Father's Day. So we'll jump in the Model T out in front of the Mother's Day church. That's Methodist Church, if you remember. And we'll head 17 miles northwest of Grafton to Fairmont, West Virginia. You probably never heard of either. On the morning of July the 6th in 1907, tragedy struck the town of Fairmont, and the explosion rocked a nearby coal mine, claiming the lives of 360 miners. 250 of them were fathers and 1,000 children. In 1908, a woman named Grace Golden Clayton suggested to her minister that the Sunday closest to her father's birthday should become a day to honor all fathers. This idea came after many in the community had lost their fathers in the Monongahela mine disaster in 1907. The first recorded Father's Day service took place at Williams Memorial Methodist Episcopal Church in Fairmont, West Virginia. In 1972, Father's Day became a national holiday, but the people of Fairmont know it as the birthplace of Father's Day. Now, this past Memorial Day weekend in Grafton, they had the 197th continuous Memorial Day parade. It's quite a to-do there in the little town. The parade lasts about 2 hours the last time I was there. They marched through town over to the National Cemetery, the only one in West Virginia. The school children from grades 1 to 12 marched through town wearing white outfits, white shirts, white pants, and they all carry a bouquet of flowers. When they get to the cemetery, they place these flowers on the graves of the soldiers in the National Cemetery. Then they have the annual service for all those that have given their lives for the country. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. All right, Lois, it's time for you for our membership report and treasurer's report.
Good morning. How is everyone this morning? I hope you're good. I'm good. We have 29 members present today, and we have 11 guests. And And if I would like to call our guest name, and if you could just stand so that we would recognize you. Dorothy Tucker. Lila, Jonah, and Jesse Harrington. I think we know who you are, but just in case. Steve Carter. Becky Carter. Jim Patterson. There he is. Judy Hummel. There she is. Annette Olmsted. And Robert and Dixie Yarborough. They're waving from the back. And that's our attendance. Our money is, don't be shocked, $1,727. Thank you.
Thank you. You have no idea how excited I am to see all you visitors. I'm glad you're here today. We'll talk about the money again in a little bit, but first, Adana, if you could come up and present flowers to our birthdays. Oh, Lois is gonna play for us. So good. No.
Come on, Lois. It's birthday time, fun time for everyone, and we get to invite 3 people up today whose birthdays are. Joanne Borg's birthday will be coming up really soon, June 9th. And Mary Lou Maldonado. Mary Lou Maldonado is on the 16th. There, I thought I saw her earlier. And Cindy Dahlman is on the 25th. Is Cindy here today? I don't think so. Okay, well, we'll wish her a mental happy birthday, and we can sing to our birthday ladies. Here you go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear classics. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Well, does anyone else have a birthday in June that we don't know about? Okay, Scott, come on down and we won't sing separately for you, but we will give you a flower and wish you best wishes. Okay, surprise, yellow rose.
All right, that was wonderful. Thank you for that, Adana. Okay, I've got a little bit of old business. I told you that we were going to discuss the extra money that we have in our treasury left over from last year. And our executive board is checking into some options for a special project here at the church that we can donate toward. The recommendation was to take a look at the roll-up shades in the hospitality center that aren't working well, get stuck, and don't go up, don't go down like they're supposed to. So we're looking for some bids for that. And if that doesn't work, I know the church has other suggested items they'd like outdoor rugs outside the worship center. And so we're still looking at what we can donate toward. We don't want it just to be throw some money at the trustees, but like something that we can buy and provide that we can designate from classics. So we'll keep you posted on that. What else? Oh, any other old business? And then we'll go on to new business. Okay, so the other thing that the executive board talked about was having some kind of projects that we work on, ongoing things, or like maybe short-term projects. And so we came up with an idea for summer. Summer is nicknamed the dog days of summer, just the heat of July and August. So with the dog days of summer and the Humane Society that came and talked to us a while ago, we thought about looking at their wish list and providing items from their wish list, some that you all have already, like old bath towels, you know, old blankets, newspapers, things that aren't going to cost you anything, but that the Humane Society is in need of. So what we'll do is publish a link to the Humane Society wish list that you can all look at. You can bring your donated items to the July meeting or to the August meeting. And then sometime mid-August, those that want to can caravan over to the Humane Society to deliver those and spend some fun time interacting with the animals. So you might be able to pet a puppy or play with a cat or do something on the day that we take the stuff. So that'll be, it won't be on a meeting day, but sometime midweek in the middle of August, we'll do the delivery and have some fun together. So you'll get more information about that in the July newsletter. And then we'll see if maybe we want to ask the church, you know, to see if anybody else wants to donate items that we could deliver for them. Any questions? Does that make sense to y'all? So that's going to be our Dog Days of Summer project, is donating items to the Humane Society. All right. We want to move right along here so we have time for our program. So at this time, I would like to recognize Swen and Joan Borg. If you could come on up, we would like to have a special blessing for you. Swen and Joan have been members of Colonial Hills and Colonial Classics for many years. Do you remember when you started coming to Classics? How long has it been? I don't even know when Colonial Classics started, or like, I'll have to go back and find the history, but you've been here for a significant part of it and have made a big difference in this group. And so as a group, we decided to present a card to you. I'm gonna let you open it. With the card is a donation to the endowment fund. So your legacy can live on here at the church because you've done so much that I know the church means something to you, and you'll want to see the work going forward. So this is signed by all the members of Classics, and we have made a gift in your honor to the endowment fund. So thank you so much for all you've done for us. All right, and with that, I'm going to have Tony come up and introduce our program.
We're real fortunate today to have Rudy Harst with us. He has been entertaining professionally for over 50 years, comes here from the Netherlands. He has a couple of grown children, one in the Netherlands and one here. I have heard so many good things about his performance. And I understand we're going to have a guest that's going to work with him on some of them. I won't say who. You'll probably recognize him. And if you don't, well, see me afterwards and I'll tell you. So Rudy, would you come forward, please? And thank you for being with us today.
I had originally intended to do I'm a guy who likes to talk. Then I found out I had the opportunity to speak. I said, anyway, why waste time talking? So glad to have a special friend who will remain nameless and anonymous. But since we are here in this beautiful section, I'd like to start with a prayer of him you may know. Spirit of the living fresh on Spirit of the fresh on Spirit of the living God, all afresh on Spirit of the living light, pour again. Spirit of the living Christ, pour again. Touch me, teach me, of the living Christ, pour again. Spirit of the living light, burning bright. Spirit of the living light, burning bright. Melt me, oh, Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on me. Well, I'm going up to church and I figured you might want to go. Well, I'm going up to the church and figured you might want to go. Talk about Colonial Hill and the stuff there in San Antonio. Well, I know it's Monday morning, it's not Sunday morning at all. Well, I'm going, it's Monday morning, not Sunday morning at all. But they say the Colonial classics are gonna have it all. 'Cause they will play and pass the day too. They're gonna shake the room. You know it's true. Well, I'm going up to church. Figured you might want to go. Talk about Colonial Hill now. Say cold. Go, cat, go. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make some music, gonna have some fun with little bit of luck. We'll entertain everyone while we're going to the church. Figured you might wanna go. I'm gonna make some music, gonna have some fun. We're gonna lift some spirits at Colonial Hill in San Antonio. good fortune to spend my adult years doing what I love to do. Because I love to sit by a swimming pool on a hot summer night, or go to a fancy restaurant, have dinner by candlelight. I like to sit and watch as the sun sets on the sea. But there's one thing that I love best, and that's singing in harmony. Harmony, harmony. We're all in this together. Won't you sing along? You sing it with me. Harmony, harmony. We're all in this together. Won't you sing along? You see. I love to walk for miles and miles on those big hill country ranches, climb a tree way up high, hanging on the skinny branches. And I love to drift in real deep thought, to be or not to be. But there's one thing that I love best, and that's singing in harmony. Help me out in harmony, harmony. We're all in this together. Oh, won't you sing along, you see? Some folks say it's impossible for the world to ever live in peace, 'cause you can't trust no one, no how, no way. War and struggle will never cease. Well, some might say it's hopeless, but I feel differently. 'Cause we can plant a seed of peace right now just by singing and feeling in harmony. Harmony, harmony. We're all in this together. Won't you sing along? You'll see. Sing it with me in harmony. Sounds so pretty. Harmony fills the city. We're all in this together. Won't you sing along? You'll see. Big finish now. In harmony. I heard got some birthdays in the house. And last Friday would have been my late mother-in-law's 104th birthday. She was a longtime member of the church here at Colonial Hills, not Methodist, Ella Bear, Ella and Virgil Bear. She died in 2010, so it's been a while. But I remember the last time I think I sang in this chapel was for her memorial service. I conducted that service. And I'd like to sing this birthday song to each of you, the birthday people in this room, as well as to the late, great Alabama. Wishing you a happy birthday. Wishing you a blessed year. May the light of love surround you and the ones that you hold dear. May good fortune smile upon you. May your wishes all come true. And if your dream should start to crumble, may you find one that's brand new. May the road ahead be level as you travel far and wide. Should you find yourself in trouble, may a loved one come to your side. Wishing you a happy birthday. May you have so many more, and may the years ahead be healthy, filled with blessings by the score. Happy birthday to you. On the other hand, sometimes it feels like getting old is getting old. And getting old is getting old. There's no two ways about it. They say each day's a blessing, but some days I kind of doubt it. 'Cause my aches and pain just multiply, my pounds and inches too. There's more of me than there used to be, and less that I can do, or even feel like I want to. It's hard to find new pants that fit, and then they're not in style. And every flight of stairs I climb feels like a half a mile. My closet's full of old baggy clothes, that's all I seem to wear. I hate to have to admit it, but I really just don't care. Yeah, getting old is getting old, but I'm doing the best I can. 'Cause I'm still a bright-eyed little kid inside this middle-aged man. 72 is middle-aged, right? Yeah, I'm clearly in the middle of something. I know that part. Let's see. There's another verse or something. Oh, yeah. I just keep forgetting more, remembering less and less. And I'm so darn indecisive, of that I'm sure, I guess. I do my best to stay positive and focused on the light, but it's hard to be when you got to pee 3 or 4 times a night. Yeah, you younger people laugh. Go on. Getting old is getting old, but I'm doing the best I can. 'Cause I'm still a bright-eyed little kid inside this middle-aged man. I comb my hair, what's left of it, so carefully each day. My hairdresser says I could highlight it, but it still be shades of gray. When I was a young hippie rock and roller, man, I swore I'd always wear my hair long. But then it got so thin and limp, it simply looked all wrong, long. Oh, now I keep it cut kind of short, 'cause it really matters not. For me, the key to happiness is being grateful for what I got. Yeah, getting old is getting old, but still it means a lot that the little kid inside this middle-aged man, okay, this senior-aged man can finally be happy with what he's got, and it's a lot. Thank you very much. So that song is a part of a 8-song cycle that I've incorporated into a one-man theatrical show. I've recently received a grant from the City of San Antonio Department of Arts and Culture to put it on this fall, November. It's a show about aging, about getting old. It's great, except when it's not. And that's what the show is about. And I'd love to invite you to it. If you fill out an email list card out there, I'll let you know when it's happening this fall. And in the meantime, I'd like to celebrate gratitude with this little poem from a book, one of my favorite authors, me. Being grateful. Being grateful, you are almost too busy for anything else. Tears well up, washing away old ghosts and shadows. Being grateful, your mind is preoccupied with more pressing matters, so you have no need to try to find a ladder to get up to some higher spot. You've got no time to entertain the door-to-door salesman peddling their shiny dreams of what might be, if only, if only. Being grateful, you're too busy to open junk mail or clean untidy kitchen drawers, to put away dishes or answer yet another phone call. Being grateful, you bite into an apple and a waterfall of juice runs down your chin. A thin wedge of salty cheese reminds you of those 2 carefree weeks you spent in the south of Spain way back when. One single seedless grape causes an explosion in the middle of your tongue, and suddenly you're feeling young again, and logic doesn't matter as much as you thought it did a few minutes earlier, much less the aches and pains. Being grateful, you are swallowed whole, and only your story remains. Thank you. And one more little reading. My friend David died after a long illness, which gave him a lot of time to come to peace with his death. And because he felt fairly comfortable talking about his imminent departure, he told several people to make sure that there be no big funeral. He just wanted to be cremated, for a few folks to gather in his little house and spread his ashes throughout his rose garden. And when the time came, that's exactly what happened. Except David had made so many friends through the years as a respected author, actor, publisher, that there was a somber mob of us who ended up standing crowded shoulder to shoulder in his living room. We didn't have a formal service. We just shared memories, recited favorite passages, spoke loving words. We hummed the ode to joy together. We laughed a bit. We cried a lot. Then we took turns shuffling through the patio door to scatter spoonfuls of David's ashes between the roses. The garden had been freshly turned and enhanced with a variety of colorful bedding plants. A slight breeze chased all the clouds from the sky, setting a perfect backdrop for saying goodbye to our friend. After we'd scattered the last of his ashes, there wasn't much left to say, so most of us simply left, went our separate ways in silence. Walking back to my car, I glanced down at my feet and suddenly realized that my shoes were covered with an unfamiliar gray powder. I was wearing David on my shoes, walking on my friend's cremains. Feeling somewhat shocked and embarrassed, my first reflex was to look around and wipe them off before anybody else noticed. So I bent down and slapped my right shoe briskly, only to discover that A, the ashes mostly stayed stuck to the leather, and B, the few ashes that had left my shoe were now smeared on my hands. Now what? Standing there with my friend's ashes clinging to my fingers and feet, I began laughing silently, helplessly into the empty sky. Suddenly, a flashing light went off in the back of my brain, and every fiber of my being began pulsating with the startling experience of feeling intimately connected to the earth I was standing on, the air I was breathing. What is soil, after all, but the powdered leftovers of seashells and seashores, treetops and dinosaurs, bird feathers and forefathers? And haven't scientists been telling us for some time that the air on our precious little planet is of a very limited quantity, constantly recycled from being to being? That every single lungful of breath we take contains some of the self-cell molecules exhaled by Napoleon or a peasant in China or our next door neighbor sometime earlier. Of course, I'd known these facts intellectually, but this was different. Here I was with a spine-tingling, goosebumpy, Humpty Dumpty kind of experience. My next step was taken very gently, knowing that I was literally carrying David both in my soul and on my souls, knowing that sooner or later, my ashes too will become fertilizer under someone else's shoes, maybe yours. The last farewell comes ever hard. No words can tell, no walls can guard. The last farewell, the last sweet time must come and go. No ties can bind, Oh, hold it near. The last farewell. But don't despair or withhold love to keep the pain of loss at bay. And do not pause or joy delay, because it may well come today. The last farewell. No words can say, no lips foretell when it will come, the last farewell. But come it will, the last farewell, the last farewell. Thank you. I wrote that from my late mother-in-law's memorial service, and the last time I sang it here was in this sanctuary for that occasion. Little reminder that don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. I want to dig a great big garden in my backyard and grow organic vegetables. They say it isn't hard. I'm going to till the soil. I'm going to plant the seeds. Give them lots of water and pull all of the weeds. Mañana. Yes, I'm going to do it mañana. Oh, 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 mañana. We're gonna get around to it mañana. I'm gonna get me some exercise, lose some of this weight. My waistline keeps expanding from the tacos that I ate. I'm gonna do a bunch of sit-ups, run a lot of laps. Right after lunch tomorrow when I wake up from my nap, mañana. Yes, I'm gonna do it mañana. Oh, 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 mañana. Gonna get around to it mañana. Oh, gonna clean my house from the bottom to the top. Once I start that vacuum cleaner, man, I just won't stop. I'm gonna mop the floor. I'm gonna dust the shades. And to help me get the hard part done, I'm gonna hire a maid mañana. Yes, I'm gonna do it mañana. Oh, 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 mañana. We're gonna get around to it mañana. Sing along with me. Don't wait till tomorrow. Mañana. Yes, I'm gonna do it. Oh, 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 man. Yes, I'm gonna do it mañana. Mañana. Mañana, or maybe the day after. Let's switch over to the band since we're. That's also part of the song cycle. That song, as well as The Last Farewell and the Getting Old song, are on my CDs available out there. They make good listening, or if you no longer have a CD player, it makes good coffee coasters. This is, the election's months away, and already things are so ugly and divisive in the atmosphere that I found myself getting really sad about it. And then I decided, I don't want to get sad about it. I'm just going to write a song that just lifts my own spirits. And I felt inspired by the quote from the late Martin Luther King. We may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. I'm an immigrant myself, like I said, born and raised in the Netherlands. The idea of closing the borders is very difficult for me to understand in one world. Oh, we all came on different ships. We're in the same boat now. We all came on different ships. We're in the same boat now. Sink or swim together, gotta figure it out somehow. Yeah, we all came on different ships. We're in the same boat now. We all came from different lands. We're in the same land now. We all came on different lands. We're in the same land now. Gotta stand together and make it through somehow, yeah. We all came from different lands. We're in the same land now. Somewhere over the rainbow, red, yellow, black, white, and brown. There's a land that I dream of, where we all learn to share our common ground. My country, 'tis of thee that I dream. We may all live in true liberty and help to mend our seas. 'Cause we all came on different ships, we're in the same boat now. We all came on different ships, we're in the same boat now. Sink or swim together, gotta figure it out somehow, yeah. We all came on different ships, we're in the same boat now. We're in the same boat now. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is the redwood forest. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that diamond desert, I thought I heard those golden footsteps, and all around me the voices calling. This land is made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Now, Woody Guthrie wrote this song back in the 50s, the pre-post-feminist era, the pre-ecological awareness era. But if we were alive today, I'm thinking he'd add a verse something like this. This world is your world. This world is my world. Every man and woman, every boy and girl, every tree, every fish, every bird, every sea. This world was made for them and you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, when the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Who's it made for? This land was made for you and me. Well, I can't hear you now. This land was made for you and me. Thank you very much. You've been very kind to listen to me. I can see my time's almost up, but can I do one more? Sure. Dan hasn't heard this one, but maybe he'll do it with me anyway in the key of C. It's been this is what I love to do. So please invite me to come sing at your birthday party or your bridge party or your or back to the Colonial Classics. I love doing this. I love being here. And of course, I love my buddy, Reverend Pastor Dan. What an amazing man, huh? You guys are so blessed to have him fit in your pulpit. We have some minor theological variations, but we got some major connections heart to heart. Okay, I wonder what's going on. I don't know. I'm trying to get bass to. Bob's got it. You got it. Give me a little bit more there, Bob. Yeah, all right. Thank you. That's better. Won't you sign my mailing list so we can do more times like this? I'd love to stay in touch with you, so I can write and let you know. And I'm gonna do another show in hopes you'll come to that one too. And if you leave your information, I'll send you some invitations and stuff that you can download for free. And if someday you decide you have changed your mind, I'll let you unsubscribe. It's just as easy as can be. 'Cause guys like me, we need a list so we can do more shows like this. I'd love to stay in touch with you, so I can help you come again, and you can help me keep singing, man. I hope your dreams come true. In the meantime, adios, amigo, goodbye, my friend. May God be with you till we meet again. May the road be heaven, may you travel with ease. Adios, amigo, may you go in peace. Adios, 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 wherever you go. Adios, 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 adios. Remember that there's someone who loves you so. As we leave each other and go our separate ways, may God be with you every step of the way. May the road be level, may you travel with ease. Adios, amigo, may you go in peace. Here we go. Adios, 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 adios. Wherever you go, adios, 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 adios. Remember, there's a God who loves you so. May you walk in beauty and harmony. May you see some good in all you see. May you feel love surrounding you everywhere you go and everything you do. Adios, adios, adios. Wherever you go, adios, adios. Remember that there's someone who loves you so. A guy named Rudy from San Antonio. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Thank you, Pastor Dan. Thank you, folks. Peace be with you.
Thank you so much. That was fun. Rudy, we have a card for you. I'm trying to talk this way and talk to you at the same time. In honor of you and your presentation, we have donated money to the inner city development.
Oh, wonderful.
And a thank you card for coming and being with us. Now you have the slips for emails out here on the table and your CDs and books. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Our next meeting is going to be on Monday, July 1st, and we have a presentation from someone from Friends of Hospice who will be here that day. Lunch today is at Sarita's. Please join us there. And Rudy and Pastor Dan, if you have time, you can have lunch with us at Sarita's today. Before we go, though, I'd like to have Lynn come up and close us with a blessing and bless our food before we leave.
Don't we just love this fellowship? Isn't this great? Rudy, thank you so much. I've had a phrase on my mind. It's endless line of splendor. I think we can attribute that to John Wesley. Need to do some more research to know exactly what the occasion was. But for us, that endless line of splendor is what we're a part of today. It's the fellowship of believers going back from we can look at our Bible and see the folks in the Bible were just regular folks, but God used them. And then on through the ages, we see this endless line of splendor. I thought about it last month. I thought about it as we changed officers. We had wonderful officers and we have wonderful officers now, and it goes on. And I think about it as Joan and Swin are moving, and they've been such an asset to this church. And I'm sure another church will welcome them because we're a part of this wonderful, endless line of splendor. Think about when we have communion and the pastor says that this is not our table. It's not a Methodist table. It's not even a Colonial Hills table. This is the table, the Lord's table. And folks from the past and those into the future that have not even been born yet are a part of that. We're a part of this glorious message of God. Thank you for sharing your message with us today. There's so many times when we can see this in action. let's just stay aware of it because we're a part of it. And this glorious word of God marches on. Let's just join in and sing along. So now if you'll join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you for this time together. Please keep us focused on your love and guide us as a church and as individuals. Bless the food and those that prepared it, and help us in joining together in fellowship. Keep you as our center focus, and know that you are God and we are your children. Amen. Adios. We'll meet you there.
All right, thank you. Our meeting is adjourned.